Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
It's the podcast, and if it's a superhero team, it wouldn't be the X-Men, it would be the old men. It's Guys of a Certain Age. Robbie Koblitz in studio alongside
Art Shirley
and Jay Reed. As Art puts his glasses on, his reading glasses. Yep. How are you guys doing?
Doing okay.
Yeah, so Art, you've got the reading glasses that like at the magnetic click.
Yes.
My wife has forbid me from getting those. Have there been any consequences from, Becky, that you wear those around?
No, I've had them for years. Her boss has exactly the same pair, and a lot of people, that will go to lunch with. That are about my age, we all have them on. So it's like menu, click, click, click. Okay, menu's gone. Click. Here comes the bill. Click, click, click. What am I eating? Click, click, click. And the thing is, they're handy to have because you have them on your neck.
Yeah.
And but it's a two-handed operation to put them on. So to me, it's not as easy as it normally was. But I can't find my regular glasses right now.
See, my wife uses thin optics. Basically, they don't have the arms. They just like prop up on your nose, and then they fold
like
up into this
pince-nez
little
or whatever
thing.
they call it. Yeah,
and then she keeps a little pocket on her phone. She got one on her keychain. She's got them everywhere. I
like those. Those are pretty cool.
That's what she uses. I haven't needed them yet, guys. I'm wearing my glasses all the time.
Yeah, but I need something that I can hang around my neck. I've got same thing for sunglasses.
That's not a noose.
Yeah, well, sometimes, But anyway, yeah.
Do you have double lenses in your glasses?
Progressives.
I have progressives.
Progressives.
Yeah,
not bifocals.
He's got two sets of lenses. That actually,
it's a zoom.
The distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've got progressives as well, and I've got a new pair of progressives. I just don't wear them, but I've misplaced my other glasses, which I tend to do for a couple of days at a time, and maybe in my car in the shop. So that's what it is. But
with the dropped fuel tank.
With the dropped fuel tank.
Oh, man. Yeah. So anyway, how are you doing, Jay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm feeling a little old today, too, but not.
Feeling a little old?
Yeah.
Well, at least you're not 250 years old. So. What was that?
Well, I was thinking it maybe I'd be a patriotic number, but it didn't come out that way.
No, it really didn't. John Philip
Melody
Sousa just rolled over in his grave.
I was going to do harmony, but go ahead.
Oh, actually, I played the drum part too.
Okay.
I've played in quite a few 4th of July patriotic community bands.
I haven't done that in years.
We're actually rolling, right? Still? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So 250th anniversary of our country, and we really haven't commented too much on that.
No. Do you guys remember the 200?
I do very well. And that conversation.
I was 6 years old.
I was 14.
I was in 3rd grade, and I remember we had a bicentennial play at Emerson School when I was
now Emerson Family Center.
Yeah. It was 3rd grade then, and I played the part of Dr. Walter Reed.
No, Dr. Walter Reed.
Yep.
From the hospital.
From the hospital.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm a Reed. Unrelated as far as we know.
But sounds like a little Nepo baby to me.
You're right. Yeah. So my Dr. Stevens from West Point, gave me an old stethoscope.
Oh, cool.
And that I still have somewhere, and I somehow, I don't know where I got a white jacket just from somebody.
Yeah.
It wasn't the type of jacket that
it has really long sleeves and a lot of buckles
in the back. No. Okay.
But I vividly remember the bicentennial.
Actually, I was 12 because it was
76.
76. Yeah. So 13 going on 14. Yeah. So anyway, I remember
the Sound of Music just comes to mind.
They had the Bicentennial Minute on CBS, every day or whatever that would, do a little fact about the bicentennial. Who was I just talking to this about? Oh, I was talking about in a confirmation class, and nobody was anywhere near the age, to remember it.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah,
but
I remember very well, and it just seems like it was a bigger celebration than this one is.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seems like the World Cup's almost eclipsed it.
and I would agree with that. And I think what's going to eclipse it even more is who shall not be named, Taylor Swift's wedding. We'll call it the Travis Kelce wedding. How about that?
Yeah,
Because he's getting no attention at all. It's
travesty wedding.
Yeah, he's just like, Taylor Swift's getting married. Well, who's she marrying? Well, we don't know.
Yeah, it takes two to marry.
Apparently, there's a lot of rules, NDAs, things going on with that.
Yeah.
So where's that happening?
Madison
Haven't
Square
received
Garden.
my invitation yet.
Yeah, I have. That's how I know Madison Square. We had to politely regret. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was really happening.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I've heard it was July 4th, actually on July 4th, but I think it's going to be a couple of days later. Anyway.
Well, they're going to tell you one day and then actually do it another day
right.
to
That's
avoid the
right.
helicopters.
Yeah, probably so. Wow. Okay.
They probably rented out Madison Square Garden and are having it somewhere completely.
There you go. That's probably right.
In
got
the
that-
sphere.
She's got that kind of exactly.
That's pocket
all the way,
change.
almost all the way across the country. But
Yeah.
she's got that kind of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does not.
He does not.
He's got
marrying
money.
into it.
He fit, dude.
But I think there is probably a prenup involved too. So
I would think there's a prenup, during nup, post nup, all around nup. Wow. Okay. So, well, there's that. You guys want to do Geeks of the Week?
Sure. Jay, you want to go first?
I will if you'd like, but
I'll go ahead.
kind of feels weird for me to go first.
You can go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
This is going to lead to another round of singing, I'm sure. But Victor Willis, frontman for the Village. Is that yours? Did I just take yours?
No, but I did see that.
Victor Willis, lead singer for the Village People and co-writer of most of their hits, of all of their hits, actually. Passed away yesterday, or as we record 2 days ago, just shy of his 75th birthday. Yeah, so he was he passed away
At the
band-
YMCA, I read.
Yeah. Well, he served in the Navy, but his time was up. So, interesting fact about him is that he was one of the straight members of Village People.
Well, I saw that his wife had announced it. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, and but they kind of built. Village People was kind of a built band. The people had this idea for it, and they approached him. He'd been a lead singer, he'd sung on Broadway some, and they asked him to be the voice of the band, and so he helped write some of the songs. And then they brought the other folks in to kind of. I think they had the music almost like Boston.
Yeah,
they had the music and the album out, and then they had to bring people to perform it. Isn't that what happened with Boston?
No.
Is it not?
No.
I thought Tom Schultz did the whole album in his.
Yeah, with Brett Delp and everybody else. They recorded it. So he
He plays all the instruments on the album, though. Tom Schultz.
Did he
does.
play drums as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I think Delp came in to sing, but then they had to pad the other thing out. But I'm not sure about that. So
Well, the story I always heard, this would be fascinating because I'll go back and I always heard that they were touring. I mean, they were a band in Boston, just another band out of Boston, and they would go in to record, and recording engineers would fade them at 3 minutes because every radio hit was 3 minutes long. And Schultz got irritated with that and he was a engineer at Kodak, and took an 8-track recorder, modified it to a 12-track himself, and then recorded everything in his basement.
okay.
So, but you're probably right. I'll give you that.
I heard that he actually lied to the folks and told them that they were. Okay, so no, you're right. Okay, so the early demo tapes were recorded with Delp on vocals, Goudreau on guitar, Mesdia on drums, Schultz on guitar bass. The demo tapes were sent to the record companies but received consistent rejections. So that's interesting. But I think when they were recording the album, he kept telling them he was doing it in a studio and he was doing it at home. So maybe that's the duplicitousness behind Boston. But anyway, all that to say, Victor Willis from from Village People has passed away.
Yeah. I remember enjoying them when they were.
Oh, they were fun.
At their peak.
Yeah.
Journey Saturday night in Tupelo was amazing. You guys missed a great show.
I've heard different things, but most everybody I've heard has really thought they were really good. Now they said they didn't play all their hits, but
It played basically the best of.
That's what I would have thought.
Well, I heard a little bit of a clip of one, and it sounded like the lead singer was like flat. That's what I mean, but I realized it was probably your recording or somebody's. Maybe it wasn't yours, because yours was just him running around the stadium.
Yeah.
But I heard a clip of him singing. And I was like, he doesn't sound top notch here. But it could have just been a bad recording.
Yeah, he sounded pretty good. I think he's starting to have some voice issues because Journey tunes are difficult to sing.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. So this was like the farewell tour.
Yeah,
they say,
and that may be part of the reason is that they don't want to find another.
Well, Jonathan Cain, who the only original member left of Journey is Neil Schon, the guitarist.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Cain came in 1980, so he's been there for 45 years, and he wrote faithfully and co-wrote a bunch of their stuff. So he's essentially an original member.
Yeah,
and but
who was the first singer?
Steve Perry.
No, before they got Steve Perry, the guy that sings. They got Steve Perry, but the guy that sings like the counter melody.
Was it Valerie?
Greg?
I don't know. Raleigh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like he would sing, and to me, those were my favorite songs. He would sing like a lower part, and then Open My Eyes to a New Kind of Day, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then boom.
That's the Way You Love Me.
Steve Perry comes in, and it just, the contrast between the two was just awesome.
So their drummer sang some of the Steve Perry pieces that were in that key, and that was great.
Yeah, that's what Becky was saying. Had she known he was going to be with him, because I think he kind of has come and gone throughout these later years.
Yeah, I think he's been consistent with him for 5 years, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Everything you read on
So,
Wikipedia.
but she likes his voice and thought it would have been good.
It was really, really good. But I will tell you, the last concert we saw was the Eagles, and nothing compares to the Eagles.
Yeah, that was one reason I didn't want to see Journey.
Yeah,
because I'm like, it was too soon after seeing the Eagles, and I'm like, I just that was such a great, just a flawless concert.
The Eagles have announced apparently new dates in the Sphere.
Oh, this is it. This is absolutely it, except for 2 more years of being in the Sphere.
So well, I'm not going to say we're going to go back. I wouldn't mind seeing him again in the Sphere. Yeah. So
Becky may want to go.
Yeah. But anyway. All right. Well, Jay, do you have a Geek of the Week?
I do.
Oh, gosh.
I do. I think we've got off the rails and on and back off and back on. I have more Batman news. I've noticed, perhaps you have noticed also, as we have done our Geeks of the Week, that it seems like Batman has more like stuff than any other superhero. For instance, like we talked about the Batman restaurant in London. And I feel like I can't remember all the things but you've seen, I know, Art, for sure you've seen this, the little Batman wallet thing where you slide your driver's license in. He's got the Batman cowl and everything. It just seems like Batman pops up in more stuff like that than any other superhero. So now I ran across this the other day. Again, it's not in America. You've got to go to India for this one. But there is a company called Mihandra, and I think they have
they make tractors
in America. But they make EV cars in India, and they're planning to come to America in 2027, but they're not here yet. So, but they did this Batman edition. The first one came out in 2025, and I've been trying to piece all this together. I guess, didn't we decide there's like 2 international Batman days, and there's one in September. So they released this Batman edition, limited edition, on a certain day, like I think in August, to be delivered on International Batman Day. And you go on the website, I think it was August 25th or something like that last year, and they sold out within, I think it was 999 cars. Sold out within 135 seconds. So they did it again in March of this year with, I guess, a newer edition. Same thing. Within 7 minutes, all 999 numbered limited edition Batman edition. BE6 is the name of the car.
Dang.
And it's not, it doesn't look like a Batmobile. It's just a very cool black EV. And it's kind of an SUV looking thing. Of all our cars, it looks more like Robbie's. but it's got just the Batman Dark Knight logo. That particular logo is kind of all over the car in different places. I mean, it has a projection light where it projects the bat signal kind of off to the side. Of course, it's the steering wheel's on the right side. I guess they drive like the British in India. But if you look in the cockpit, it looks like a cockpit. I mean, it's there's a separation between the driver's side and the passenger side, so you're kind of like in a like a first class seat of an airplane. It looks really cool.
Cool.
It would be the ultimate Uber vehicle.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, no doubt. So what? I mean, what would you
Could
guess?
you imagine
Something like
somebody
this?
showing up in that to pick you up? That would be cool.
That would be good with the bat signal coming on the side. Price is about a U.S. equivalent of about $36,000.
That's it.
God, that's not bad.
I know. Now,
Dang, I wouldn't have taken my car in if I'd known.
yeah, really. So if you look in their tractor stuff, they've got a off-road vehicle that kind of looks like a cross between a side-by-side and a Jeep that they sell in America called the Roxor, I think, ROXOR. It sells in the States for about $30,000. But this Batman EV sells for anywhere between 30 and 36. It was two different prices I saw, but $36,000. That's just nuts. I can't imagine that it would sell for that little once it gets over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's got to come up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a $50,000-$60,000 item.
Yeah, I thought
But
you were
it's,
going to say 130
no.
something.
Does it have a
36,
back seat?
Yeah, I think so. There's a back door. They didn't show the back seat, but there's a back door. And it's just a classy looking
It
car.
leads to a bat cave.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not a big fan of total electric cars.
Well, I can't imagine Batman having a total EV. He's going to like unplug the back signal to plug it in.
right. But if you're just driving around Mumbai and
Give me a couple hours,
cool,
I'll be there.
Yeah, right.
Now, is it Batman or Bateman?
Yeah, those were good commercials.
Yeah, those are really good commercials. So
Anyway, so
Well,
I
that's
don't-
cool.
They sell them in other places internationally, but not.
And I didn't realize Mihandra made anything other than tractors. And
When I saw this, I thought
I
that kind
should've-
of looks familiar. But when I Googled, are they available in the U.S.? And they were like, no, they haven't had them certified for U.S.
Yeah.
So that'll cost more just to get that done.
I wish I'd bought a Mihandra tractor.
Yeah.
Instead of the green thing I've got. Yeah. Well, let's keep with kind of the comic thing. If I say to you, save the cheerleader, you're going to say,
Save the world.
that's right. Heroes is back.
Really?
Netflix started streaming yesterday as we record. So all four
original
seasons.
series. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I'll rewatch
nothing
the
new,
first one,
just
possibly the second one as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. I may watch all of them again to see.
I started watching the pilot, and I've just forgot how great it is.
I was afraid you were going to say the opposite, so I'm glad to know that because I remember being really good.
I mean, it was before Dark Knight, before Iron Man. I mean,
it really came out before the comic book renaissance, which
Yeah.
we think may be over now. We talked about that, but yeah. So you didn't have any of the CW stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did you have Smallville? You had Smallville, I think.
You may have Smallville because Hero started in 2008 and was a victim of the writer's strike of 2009.
Uh-huh.
And did you watch Heroes, Jay?
I think I've started season 1 twice, and I've liked it. I just never finished it.
It's great. It's great.
It can be frustrating in that you never really see superhero battles on the screen. They would always kind of, pan over and you'd watch somebody's reaction to them. And I think that was obviously a, cost consideration kind of thing. But it also kind of helped build the tension because there were a few things towards the end of the seasons that kind of paid off.
It was basically X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Okay. The way that because Kitty Pryde comes back in that to warn Logan, Wolverine, whoever, that, hey, you've got to do something differently or this course of events is going to happen. And so you had Hero come back, and he's this computer nerdy programmer in present day, and he comes back with this, slick back hair, samurai looking
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
and,
I'd forgotten that.
you know, save the cheerleader, save the world. And that just became the catchphrase.
Hayden Panettiere.
That's kind of her first big
Oh, yeah, it
thing.
was.
And
Yeah,
Zachary Quinto, it was his first big thing.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
And what's his face from Last of Us? Not Last
Milo.
of Us.
Milo Vin-
This Is Us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
From also from Gilmore Girls. Yeah.
Was he?
And I Will Find Her, which just came out.
Well, he was in Rocky Balboa. He was Rocky's son in Rocky
He
Balboa.
sure was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always liked him.
So I mean, who's Billy Bob's wife in Landman? Allie Latner.
yeah.
That's her first big role.
Okay.
So man, there's a lot of great actors in it, and it's a lot of fun, and it's completely serialized because each show is a chapter. You know, chapter 1, blah blah blah, and it had a very X-Men Origins feel because speaking of Mihandra in Mumbai in India, you had the doctor who was doing the genetic research. His father was doing the genetic research who disappears in New York. He goes to New York to pick up the research. You had the horn-rimmed glasses guy.
Yes.
You know, so you had the secret government organization and you had this eclipse. And
I think it was Tim Sales that was the comic book artist. I may have that wrong, but it actually did some of the comic book illustration that you'd have.
It was Tom Kring who wrote and ran the show, but I think you're right. Gosumite. So, but it's a lot of fun. It started back up on Netflix July 1. So
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Maybe this time I'll finish it out.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're 44-minute episodes, and they're traditional network television programming.
It came out when we were still overseas, and so I started watching it when we were home for a bit, and then just never got back into it.
Yeah. First season's great. Second season's not bad.
Right. It falls apart after that season.
Yeah.
There's 4.
Yeah, I think 4 is pretty bad.
that I've
Then you
looked
had Heroes Reborn, which was the sequel series to it that I think folks kind of regard it like Highlander 2. Let's just pretend it never happened.
Yeah.
So, but and today Silo starts up again.
It's today or tomorrow.
Well, Apple's going to drop it at 7:00 tonight.
Okay, good.
For tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah.
How many episodes is it? It'll be weekly though, right?
Yeah,
That's what Apple does.
Yeah.
Is it season 3 or something?
Season 3.
Yeah.
And so now you go back to how the Silos began.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which is the second book in the series.
Yeah, Becky and I've wondered if we need to go back. I wonder if they've got a recap.
I'm sure they've got.
Probably find it on YouTube if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll learn how the silos began, and that's fascinating because then if they follow the books in any way, you will get slices of lives in other silos.
Yeah.
So
I think that's what they're heading because you've watched it, right?
I watched season 1.
Oh, okay. You need to watch season 2.
you need to watch season 2.
I need to watch a lot.
Need to
I've
watch.
still got one more episode of
Why are you still
Stranger Things season 4.
I've restarted, and background noise. Man in the High Castle.
Yeah, I need to watch that too.
Oh, have you ever?
I watched the first season and liked it.
Yeah,
and
we
then
talked about that. Yeah.
stopped.
Oh, it is so incredibly good.
I probably will start it over.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Netflix as well.
Okay.
So it's interesting how Netflix is picking up some old primes.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
anyway, all right, we're going to take a break. I know he's pointing at. I mean, we're at 23 minutes.
We're probably past time on it.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, one day we're gonna do regrettable superheroes or
Okay.
villains or something again. I mean, we have all this material.
It's time for a break. No,
We'll be right back. And we're back. The guys went to go see a movie last week that none of our wives wanted to see, so we had clearance to go with each other.
we had a hall pass.
True.
True.
Any lies
Yeah.
detected? No lies detected.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
So we
No wives were
no
detected
wives were
at the theater either.
Life alert. That's what.
Yeah.
When Mark was little, there was a life alert commercial come on. He told Bonnie, "You need to get that." He thought it was wife alert.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So we saw Supergirl.
Yeah,
So,
by the way.
So initial reactions, Art.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Initial reaction, that's what we'll discuss later.
Jay,
Yeah, good.
good.
Enjoyed.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. So compared to the James Gunn Superman,
I like the Superman better.
what about you, Jay?
Two completely different animals. It's hard to compare. I think I maybe like this one better.
I think I like this one better too, and I don't really know why. So I felt like the Superman movie was introducing the entire world. And
That's what I was going to say. To me, the things I liked about this movie were the economy of story. I mean, I think they
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have read that people felt like Lobo was just shoehorned in. I did not get that. I thought Lobo served as a really good contrast between Superman's character.
Yeah.
And Supergirl is somewhere in the middle. You know, maybe sometimes more like Lobo, and then maybe sometimes more like Superman. So I thought he served a purpose in that. But I
Definitely
do think
had some kinship with Lobo.
I mean, there was stuff going on, but it was very much a much more straightforward story. And I do think that the criticism of the Superman story trying to carry too much is justified.
I liked Corenswet as Superman in this a lot. I felt like he was more Superman in this role than he was in his own movie.
Yeah.
I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that, like I said, I thought he felt very Supermanish in the original, the Superman movie. But I do think there's a comfort level, probably from having played him before, but also without the weight of, I'm playing Superman for the first time. What's everybody going to think? You didn't get that from the movie, but it's there. And I think there's just kind of he felt much more comfortable in his own tights or underwear, as Supergirl called
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Kara.
Yeah, exactly. And I loved his small town sensibilities came out. I've rewatched Man of Steel, and good grief, it's grim.
See, and I haven't been able to do that yet. That's interesting because I keep going, because I know there's so much going on. It's not just an easy watch to put back on.
Well, Kevin Costner's character.
Oh, you're talking about Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you mentioned the Kevin Costner thing recently about how
he's
rough
just so dark.
Oh, it's just awful.
It really is
to me, the ultimate is Glenn Ford. I mean, they just never get better than that. He captured what the
Absolutely.
and the Smallville parents.
Well, I was going to say John Schneider.
Yeah,
Come on.
but they all get that same thing. And to me, that was the worst part about Man of Steel. And we're talking about Supergirl, so we won't go too deep into that.
Well, and I didn't like in the James Gunn Superman. I did not like his parents, Mom and Paul Kent, at all.
Yeah.
I thought they were just
I think that was also a
Appalachia.
pretty common complaint.
Well, I mean, parents. I mean, Supergirl's parents were. That was a really interesting part of the story, I'll say.
I like that
look
part
back
of
on Krypton, and then
that whole thing of. I mean, I don't know the background from the comics, but I'm assuming it's parallel.
That's
I didn't realize there was
pretty
a bubble of Krypton that survived and all that. But it was one thing I thought about after the fact was, this was essentially a story about an orphan who spends an entire movie trying to save her dog.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah,
I mean, she's one orphan helping another orphan in the process. And as I said at the theater, I thought it was a lot more space and aliens than, I don't guess I've read, none of the Supergirl movies I've seen have had that element to it up to now. And I haven't been an avid reader of her comics, so I don't know the history. It didn't put me off in any way, but it was almost like somewhere between Star Wars and DC. It was almost a mix.
Yeah.
And I think one of you said, almost Guardians of the Galaxy ish.
Yeah.
It did have that feel, but
and the material they pull it from, Woman of Tomorrow, which I thought I'd read. I don't think I've read the whole thing now. I think I read a couple of issues of it and didn't read the whole thing. But so it's an intergalactic kind of thing, or it's a space kind of story. So they pulled that. Now it's a much lighter feeling thing than what we got there. But I can think that works.
It worked, and the characters were funny and but also dark.
Yeah.
I mean, there was obviously a lot
But
of
Supergirl
killing.
started out as basically just, a female Superman, kind of Superman light almost to a degree. They could do some things that were a little bit more lighthearted with Supergirl than they would do with Superman. And somewhere in the 80s and 90s, they completely changed the idea. I mean, Supergirl went through a whole bunch of, she was a clone at one point. There was a bunch of strange stuff, but she became a little bit more of a rebellious character. And I think what they did was they picked up on this in the movie, is that she's orphaned or, loses her people at an age where she's old enough to have remembered them and understand it. And so
Right.
that's the difference between her and Clark.
She has a
Her and
tangible
Superman.
loss of Krypton.
Yeah. And so she's scarred by that. And I really think that the character that they've got in this movie that they've put her in, that works really well. It's a really good juxtaposition. I mean, I will always love, Melissa Benoist as Supergirl from the CW.
Right.
But she was, they did Supergirl because they couldn't get Superman. So they did that character. And so she's basically a surrogate Superman. Now, I thought they did a great job with her story arc, just as Green Arrow is a surrogate Batman because they couldn't get Batman.
Yeah.
Of course, in both cases from the comics, that's not who they are.
Yeah.
Green Lantern was a, Batman with a bow and arrow.
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow. What did I say? Green Batman?
You said Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah, sorry. The space thing, I guess I'm still thinking about that. But no, I thought the movie, and I'm very surprised at the hate that it gets. That people, I'm not surprised because that seems to be the way of the world right now. But I mean, it works for a lot of reasons for me. Have you seen the thing about the needle drop song? Have you the criticism of that?
I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. I thought that segment worked pretty well. And if they're going, well, they never do that, you should never do that. I go, well, do something different. Why not do something different? I thought it worked.
What was that?
That's during the fight scene, and they.
What'd they drop? What
I was trying to remember. It's a different version of the song, and I can't come up with the song right now in my head. You can look it up. That's good, but it goes under the fight scene, and they said, oh, you should always use the score for that. You shouldn't, these needle drop songs are songs that should be, and that's just not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a song called Needle Drop.
No. Needle
class
drop is what is the term for
the middle.
dropping the needle.
Jiminy Eats World, the middle.
Yeah.
Take some time.
Yeah, but this was a slowed down version. A woman singing this, I think. Isn't that right? Am I got that wrong? Okay. But it's needle drop, from the term of dropping a needle on vinyl.
Gotcha, okay.
And that's maybe superhero movies don't traditionally do that, but I remember in Red,
Guardians of the Galaxy did it all the time.
that's the one that to me, and it worked so well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got the soundtrack
the
to
music
that.
was a huge part of the success of all of those movies, but especially the first one. So I had no problem with that.
And I didn't have any issue. I wondered if I would look at Jason Momoa and think Aquaman. I did not.
No,
No, he very much embodied that role. And I like and I know he's supposed to be an anti-hero kind of a character, and that was very clear. He was out for himself, bounty hunter kind of a thing. I do this for money, but also kind of did the right thing.
I can't wait to see Lobo versus Guy Gardner.
that'll be fun.
And if you could get Booster Gold in there,
Yeah, I think
that would be great.
I think there's been talk about trying to get a Booster Gold into the universe. Now, what's disappointing about this is it's not doing box office numbers that it needs to do to justify.
It's going to bomb. Yeah.
So what does that mean? When we talked a little bit about this.
Superman underperformed.
Yeah,
Supergirl's underperforming. So
what does this say for the Gun Saffron universe?
Is it just
Especially-
bad timing? Is it because we're
there's a little bit of comic book
worn out?
saturation. Yeah, I think there's some of that. I think there's, we're also just the whole movie experience, is getting to be kind of moved away from because you can see the same thing in your home theater now.
Yeah,
you know,
they
so
do expand the popcorn bucket.
Well, and
to smaller towns.
you're also at a point where Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of political stuff going on.
You've got
with
Warner Brothers
business.
with the studios. You've got Discovery with the traditional TV. And I mean, if this bombs, what does it do? I mean, long term for the DCU. And by the same token, Marvel's got a lot of eggs in the Avengers Doomsday basket too.
Yes. Oh yeah. And that's probably our next "how do we fix it" thing. Maybe Doctor Who first, and then So
need to come up with $1 million ideas that we can put on.
That's right.
Digital and needle drop our way into the movie fixing, superhero, sci-fi fixing business. So because we fixed Star Trek last week.
We talked about Momoa doing a great job on Lobo, and I do agree. You did not see this as just a darker Aquaman. He played that, and I thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
He played that as a completely different character.
Yeah.
Also, I remember it seems like when we saw the trailer, was it you that mentioned something that it looked too much like makeup, or one of y'all? It almost looked like Kiss. Maybe that was a comment I read online. I thought that worked up fine. I thought the look of the thing was fun. I thought it was really.
To me, he felt like Lobo.
Yeah. He was probably. I thought he was a great Aquaman, but he's probably a better and more true to the comic book character Lobo than he was as Aquaman. Yeah, and so like I said, I'm glad that I like him just as an actor, and so I'm glad to see he's got that role.
Jay, you're not very familiar with Lobo, are you?
And I'm not very familiar with Lobo. Yeah, I mean I know the band more so than I know.
That would be Los Lobos.
No, there's actually a Lobo too.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody
look at it.
Nobody can top Los Lobos.
Oh, I loved Los Lobos. Weren't they good?
La Bamba. La Bamba.
That's my needle drop.
We're gonna have to pay money for that now.
But I mean, overall, it was a good experience. The movie was a good experience. I didn't regret it. It's not going to be my movie of the year necessarily.
2 hours,
I was disappointed there was no end credit scene.
Yeah. So. No stingers whatsoever. So, but
But I like Millie Alcock. I like the fact, she comes off as a rebel, and spends a lot of time in bars, but loves her dog, and kind of her spaceship is kind of
she's basically
messy.
Who you want to be.
I don't know about that.
Spend time in bars and love
a messy
your dog.
Spaceship. Yeah. But at the end, spoiler, she comes back to Metropolis, and it seems like she's ready to say, "Okay, I'm ready to try this life that you've been pushing, Clark."
Yeah.
But she's sown her oats or whatever.
The thing I liked about back to Superman and Supergirl, I love the fact that Clark obviously loves Metropolis and loves Earth and loves Kansas, band probably too, and that just permeates everything there. Mm-hmm. Where you go back to the Snyder version of Superman, he's like, why am I really here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I think that, like I said, and again, we see more of that. I mean, we get it, but the earnest way Corenswet kind of sells that, I think is good. And people said something about, why do all the guns heroes shout? He says, why am I talking so loud? And somebody said, that's because he's talking to somebody who doesn't understand. That's what we do. That's what people do. We start talking louder. Yeah. So I thought that was a brilliant little
it's hilarious.
Detail. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
And I just, like I said, I thought they did, a really good job. And again, your point to Millie, is it Alcock?
Alcock, yeah.
Okay. I thought she did a really good job playing that type of Supergirl. I think that, people have said we really haven't had a bad Supergirl yet.
See, I finally remember the Helen Slater movie.
Yeah. Helen Slater was great in a terrible movie.
See, I like the movie, but
I thought I did. Have you watched it recently?
No. Is it on HBO Max?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought, this isn't as bad. And you go back and go, oh, this is really bad.
Was it that bad?
Yeah. It's a shame because you had some really good people involved in it.
Yeah.
It could have been good. But it just did not work.
I remember it being a really dark movie.
It's got some dark stuff in it. It's got some magic stuff in it. But But I thought she was good in it, and I don't understand why she gets the hate she gets.
Yeah, and the other thing that I just go ahead.
No, let's go ahead.
Thought about just now is that she does. The uniform is almost like a character rather than part
That's
of
a good
her.
point, yeah.
Because she does most of the movie
Without-
in her trench coat.
Yeah.
Right. And
Which
she's-
is a better way to say than without her uniform on, which is what I was going to say. Because
Yeah, she
wow,
does. Yeah, it was just PG-13. They but they have she's using all of her powers when she's
Yes.
in the right sun and all that, which is another thing I kind of halfway knew but didn't know exactly about all the different suns. But she's flying around and she's beating people up and using her X-ray vision and all the things without the uniform. And then the uniform kind of comes in at the end as she moves on to the next phase.
yeah.
But I thought
the
that was kind of cool.
The uniform defines morality more so than it does power.
Yeah.
Or maybe not
Exactly.
even morality, but good. We wear this because it shows people we're good. It's bright colors, and I loved that explanation of it. I thought that was really good.
I would like to see the Supergirl uniform costume from the Flash used.
I
That
did
is
like that.
That is my favorite Supergirl because it's a full bodysuit.
And it's,
Very modern.
CW went to a pants version the last few seasons of that, but it does not work as well as the one from the Flash. I thought the one from the Flash was, certainly recognizable as a Supergirl costume, but it's got its own look.
Is that the one where the actress has
Dark-
short dark hair?
yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and she was good too. And that she was arguably the best part, Michael Keaton aside, arguably the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
So the Supergirl movie that got nixed, was she the Supergirl in the Supergirl
that's what I
movie?
understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was supposed to happen with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was, like I said, I liked. She was not Kara Zor-El. She was a different iteration of Supergirl from an alternate universe, but exists in the comic book canon. So she was, real for that.
So one of the things I really liked was how Supergirl's dad saved their city from Krypton.
Yeah.
What city were they in? Because it's not Kandor.
No, it's not Kandor, and
The
it
Los-
starts with an A, and
But it looked
but it's
like,
not Akron either.
but the way they visualize with that force field looks like I've always seen Kandor, the lost city
and
of
in
Kandor.
fact, I kind of did a thing where I thought, does this become Kandor? Kind of forgetting what.
Because Brainiac stole Kandor, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. Retconned from the original story, Brainiac is responsible for the destruction of Krypton. Is it Argo?
Yeah, I believe it was Argo.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the spaceship from Star Blazers,
Yeah. Or the movie that Ben Affleck's character created to.
who I met the editor of.
Oh,
Hung
really?
out with. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Argo's such a great movie.
It is a good movie. But so they're different places.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I
But
don't remember
did it not look like what we've always seen in the comic books of Kandor?
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Do you know what Kandor is? Kandor. Okay. So what's weird is.
So, listeners, Jay shook his head negatively.
No, I'm not familiar with Kandor. Please explain.
Please explain Kandor. Superman's supposed
Candidly
to be the
explain
only
Kandor.
survivor of Krypton, and yet people show up every other week that they're survivors of Krypton. Kandor is this shrunken down city that's in what looks like a upside down water cooler bottle.
Yeah.
And there's a whole city in there, and they don't have powers there. Apparently, they're still under the red sun, which is what Krypton had. Superman gets his power from the yellow sun, and so Superman will go in there occasionally, and these stuff. It came about late 40s, 50s, or whatever, and he has to wear a suit, a powered suit, so he can still be Supermanish there. But anyway, there are people there, and you wonder, well, why aren't they just letting them out? So we've got a whole bunch of super people to help Superman out, and they don't. So there's a big plot hole there. But yes, to your question, the way they did it looks just like the one in the '84 Supergirl movie is much more of a like a flat island looking thing with almost a Superdome looking kind of dome on it. So you don't, but this one really had that feeling.
And we haven't had It's not Neutral Zone. What's the
Phantom Zone.
We haven't had a Phantom Zone reference in the DCU yet, have we?
I don't think so.
Because we haven't had a Zod.
No. We have, because the Flash movie had,
But that's not DCU.
but that's gonna say that's DCEU.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. But so that was the last time we've seen it. But we have not had a Phantom Zone. I think the CW Superman and Lois had a Phantom Zone in it, but not in James Gunn stuff yet.
Yeah.
So that'd be an interesting thing if they do that.
Yeah, especially if they bring Zod back. Mm-hmm. Kneel before Zod.
But I really want to see, and I think Brainiac's is Brainiac in the
Yeah, he's in Man of Tomorrow.
It's way overdue to see a real Brainiac.
Because, I mean, we never had any in any of the movies. You had I had Brainiac in Smallville.
Yes,
And that was James Masters, not Masters. It was,
I'm trying to think if they had something in Superman and Lois. They may have, but he was.
I thought they had a Brainiac in
I think they
Superman.
did too, but we haven't seen it on the big screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, need to see that.
But-
They went to Lex as a real estate mogul too often on the big screen. I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, Jesse Eisenberg's a horrible Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he was playing him as the Joker.
He really was. Yeah. Just really, really bad.
Yeah.
So, yuck. Can't look away like a train wreck, I guess. So, anyway. But we like Supergirl. We would encourage you to go see it, even though you probably can't by the time you listen to this. But you can watch.
You may be able to watch it streaming by the time you listen to this.
Project Hail Mary comes out tomorrow.
Does it really?
For on Amazon Prime.
But is it MGM Plus?
It was on MGM Plus. Now it comes to Prime.
Okay, so now it's going to regular Prime.
Yeah. So go watch Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So, and Supergirl, if you can make it. I still haven't seen Disclosure Day yet.
Yeah. I don't think it has the legs they thought it was going to. It's not holding up box office wise.
Yeah, Toy Story 5, I think it's.
Ruling the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One toy to rule them all, one toy to find them, one toy to bring them all in the
Save the toy, save the world.
cartoons bind them. So, anyway.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
So, I got on Prime Day, I got Bonnie a one of these Aura fitness rings, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I handed it to her and had her recited the one ring.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She had no idea what I was talking about. So, yeah. Geek Zone. So, did you guys get anything good for Prime Day? We didn't even talk about it. Did you find any good Prime Day deals?
I got a kitchen torch.
That's a good deal. That's a cool thing. Yeah.
I got a pretty. I didn't buy it from Amazon, but it essentially was the same price. I got a nice like air fryer that does like toast and broils and proofs and dehydrates and air fries, and it is a nice one. Yeah. So I have it. It's out of the box, but I haven't even like finished reading the instructions yet.
You actually read the instructions?
Yeah, I don't want. It costs too much to blow up. Yeah, I'm going to read the instructions. Yes.
Wow. Yeah, like, that's why he's a better person than you.
That's
are,
right.
You know,
That's why his car's not sitting in
The torch, on the other hand.
yeah.
dropped gas tank.
I saw somebody was suspected of arson on your side of town.
I just got the butane yesterday, so it's not wasn't me.
Hey, if you're looking for a car to burn,
Oh, insurance. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. Hopefully, we'll see you next time, and nobody's in jail.